And more recently, and very controversial, is the no oil, no butter trend that's been going. Look, my thing is, where were you when the natural hair movement was starting? You know, be sure to watch this video to the end to know what I think is the biggest failure of the natural hair community.
Today's video is in partnership with Main Club, and I've only heard about this brand recently, and from what I found out, they're actually quite a cool brand. They are strong believers that we shouldn't be breaking the bank to look after our hair, so affordable products. They caught my attention because a few of their products actually do more than one thing, and you guys know how big I am on trying to, find products like that. For example, the one hit wonder is apparently a 10-in-1 product which does a lot. So I was curious to see what it actually does, and apparently it softens, conditions, detangles, prevents breakage, and it's even a heat protectant, guys, all in one. And guess what? It's like $10. This brand has got great reviews on their site, and you can earn all sorts of rewards for signing up with them, for buying products from their site. You can get perks for referring a friend, etc., etc. So really cool awards, points, and perks that you can get by signing up. So you can find their products on Amazon if you like to shop on Amazon. And I've got great news for my Australian naturals, because you can actually find them on Amazon AU as well. So there'll be links below in the description that will take you both to Main Club's website and Amazon as well. So you can use the link below to head on over to their website and automatically get 10% off when you sign up to their newsletter, and you get a free detangling comb as well. I hope you enjoy these products.
So I come back from my involuntary hiatus, aka birthing a child, only to find people wanting to leave the natural hair community. A lot of you guys watch my videos because of my natural hair content, and a lot of my subscriber, portfolio and also my views come from people that actually want to learn about natural hair. So I saw it fitting to come out here and discuss this topic, and best believe it, I've got a lot to say about it. If you're new to my channel, welcome, and to my returning subscribers, thanks for coming back. Be sure to subscribe, click that notification bell so you don't miss out on any videos that I post on this channel. Let's get into the video. So the natural hair community, or the natural hair movement, started pretty much with people, regular people like myself, wanting to share regimens, or wanting to share information and knowledge about how they look after their hair. So it wasn't intentionally penned down officially to be a movement. There were no objectives, there were no goals set in place, or things that people wanted to achieve officially. It just happened to explode. And didn't it become a force to be reckoned with? I think you agree with me. Comment below if you think the natural hair community is a force to be reckoned with. I call BS on anybody that tries to undermine what Black women have done with the natural hair movement. Like, seriously, we need to give credit where it's due. This movement has blown up. And to be honest, there have been some real tangible results that have come out of the natural hair community. So in this video, we're going to answer the question, did the natural hair community fail? Did the natural hair movement fail? Comment below. What are your thoughts about that question? For starters, more and more women are embracing their natural hair. More than ever before, we're seeing African women wearing their natural hair as opposed to mostly having the weaves, the braids, or relaxers. So you gotta give it to the natural hair community. I would attribute that success to awareness and knowledge and people being empowered to wear the natural hair. Never has there been such a time as this when Black women are wearing and showing their natural hair in its full glory. And that, my friends, is very much attributed to the natural hair community or the natural hair movement. I think that ever since the natural hair movement started, there is more and more products on the market that are specific to our kind of hair. So coarse hair, particularly type 4 hair. And once again, that is attributed to the natural hair community or the natural hair movement. I think you agree with me also that more and more product businesses or natural hair product businesses have boomed. A lot of, YouTubers come out here and then end up starting their own hairline, or just other people that are not content creators coming up with products that actually work for our natural hair. And that, again, I credit to, you gotta give credit where it's due. When I was a child, I couldn't walk in a store and just buy a product that I wanted that would work for my hair. A lot of the products that were there were more suited for people with finer or looser curls or straight hair, for example. But nowadays, even out here, I live in a small little town away from the fuss and buzz of the city, and I can still walk into a shop and find Shea Moisture and other products that are tailor-fitted to me. So that's a win. That is a definite win. YouTube careers blossomed. Check me out. I'm out here sharing about my hair, and I don't consider myself a successful YouTuber per se, unless you've subscribed, commented, and are sharing this video. Anyway, jokes aside, people have hundreds of thousands of subscribers, millions of subscribers and views, and that's a business. People have been able to find an income or generate an income from making natural hair videos. That is an achievement. We have to celebrate it. Another thing that I think the natural hair community has portrayed or has given to us is just to show us the power of unity. When we come together as women, we change history. I said it. We change history when we come together unified. And all of us out here, whether we're bloggers or whether you're a viewer, you are contributing to that empowerment and that movement of finally saying to the world, we can. We will be seen. We will be accepted. You will embrace our hair and you will accept it the way it is. So that, unity, the power of unity has been demonstrated by what the natural hair movement has done. That's what I think anyway. And last but not least, length. Talk about the inches, girl. Once again, growing up as a child, I'd never seen waist length hair, let alone tailbone, thigh length, knee length. Look, we're out here doing wonders, because even people with straight hair, you see hair that long, but it's not that common, let's be honest. So once again, that ability to achieve length even with type 4 hair, particularly with type 4 hair, that is attributed to the natural hair movement and the knowledge that's been shared. Even if it's repetitive, it has circulated and people have been able to implement some of that knowledge and achieve great length and health of their natural hair. Now, while these things are great, they're great achievements, of course, I do think that there's some areas, some key areas, and quite frankly, quite crucial areas that the natural hair community has indeed failed. For starters, we can agree that although it is a force to be reckoned with, let's be honest, the buzz has sort of toned down. There was a time that when, you think about natural hair or you go on YouTube and look for natural hair, there's always new things popping up. There's new videos, the OG of YouTube, people like Natural Me 4C, Naptura 85, African Export. Those guys were, active and sharing knowledge. It was such a buzz. It was such an exciting time to be alive, to have natural hair, to be exploring this new thing and exciting expression of beauty. However, these days, although there's still knowledge being shared, there's videos, we're still out here. Some of us that actually love to do this just as a hobby. We're out here sharing knowledge, but the buzz has indeed toned down. Be sure to watch this video to the end to know what I think is the biggest failure of the natural hair movement. Another fail, or another area that I think has not been as successful with the movement, is the fact that natural hair, particularly 4C hair, is still seen to be difficult, hard to manage, and all the rest of the things, which is sad because I'm out here sharing ways to be a lazy natural, ways to, keep your regimen simple. So you better subscribe, okay? Subscribe. And that's another thing, like, do people really love their hair? Did people really learn to love their hair? I mean, people might be going natural, but a fair number of us are still hiding our natural hair under weaves, wigs, braids, etc. Not particularly for protective styling, but as a means of managing or coping. It's just too hard to manage, so slap on the wig, slap on the braids. I think the natural hair community contributed to the obsession with definition and curls, in as much as curls are great. Definition's great. I love definition. However, I also love my hair in its most natural state, if you may, which is frizzy. It's tightly coiled and it doesn't have the most defined wave or curl. For example, it's type 4 hair. And I think the twist outs, the bantu knots, the braid outs, etc. are great, but that has kind of made us like that definition more than accepting the natural state of our hair, if you know what I mean. Natural hair policing. Gosh. This one is a big one. There was a time, actually probably even still now, people like to point fingers. Hey, that's not natural hair. That's not 4C hair. That is not 4A. You're 3C. Whatever the case. I find that to be unnecessary. I mean, it's okay to say, your hair is this or that, but no point trying to call people out for saying their hair is this and that. I mean, most of us have not actually seen these people's hair in real life, so who are we to judge? The rules and the trends, my goodness. There was a time around when the natural hair community was a buzz, you know what I mean? There was always a new product, okay? There was always a new trend. The inversion method, pre-pooing, co-washing, etc., etc. They're great learning experiences. However, a lot of it was not necessary. Let's be honest. A lot of it was great, fun, but not practical in many ways. Because if you think about the number of things that people have come up with that they're claiming to be good and important and even crucial for healthy hair, maybe not. Maybe I don't necessarily need to massage my scalp every day to see hair grow. Yeah, I said it. Hair grows whether or not you massage it. Let's be honest. You might increase the blood flow and increase the rate a little bit, but hair will grow either way. So if you don't want to massage your hair, don't worry about it. The obsession with length. My goodness. Bring out the measuring tape. I mean, I did it. I still do it. Generally do it for you guys because people actually want to see how many inches have you grown with that challenge, etc. And I mean, it was fun and good at the time, but to be honest, looking back, I'm just like, did we really need to measure our hair? I guess we needed to for our own sanity and to prove to ourselves that we're doing the right thing. But I think it's time to sort of move away from what I think is a little bit pedantic. I think we should be moving more towards settling, if that makes sense to you, settling into our natural hair regimen. In saying all that though, I can't blame us for being obsessed with length. I mean, we'd never grown our hair that long before. So, I mean, cut me some slack if I want to check how many inches I grew in a week. Yeah, I didn't do it that often, but you know what I mean? Like, it's okay for that we were excited, or we are excited about the length. However, there's a fine line between being excited and being obsessed. You know what I mean? Sleek edges. Girl, if your edges are not laid, yeah, that's unkempt. And unfortunately, that is another area that I feel we failed, because all of a sudden people feel some kind of way, feel they're not, well put together if their edges are not slicked. And there's nothing wrong with slicking your edges. Even if you're type 4, I do it. A lot of people might do it. However, it's the obsession of it and the fact that if you don't lay your edges, you don't find that you're comfortable, or you don't find that you are happy to present yourself to the world, or that you are well put together, or even professional. So you should be okay to wear your edges slick or not slick, especially if you're type 4. Yeah, your edges, they don't lie down. at all. They like to be frizzy and stand out. Shaming relaxed hair, that was a big one. Yes, we're out here empowering people to embrace their natural hair, but that doesn't mean we should shame people that still relax their hair. I think for me, the biggest thing would be to empower every Black girl to know how to look after their natural hair, to know that they can have natural hair if they want to. However, if they want to wear weaves, or if they want to wear braids, or if they want to relax their hair, it's up to them. Thinking that natural hair is not beautiful or natural hair is not manageable and relaxed, more straight hair is what is considered beautiful, that is my problem. If that's your reason for relaxing hair, then that is a problem, because that understanding, that acceptance of your natural self should have been the goal, or should be what we should be focusing on. Endless need for products. Oh my goodness. Curling souffle, edge control, moisturizer, detangler, shampoo, deep conditioner, protein treatment. I'm actually about to do a video discussing how I am cutting down on my products and how I am going to adopt a 5-product regimen. No jokes. It's time to grow. It's time to evolve. I mean, we can't stay in the same place. It was fun and games when we were trying all these products and they did all sorts of things for our hair, but is it really necessary to have 1 million products for one head of hair? In other words, the natural hair community did birth product junkies, which for me is not a great achievement. Misconceptions, misinformations, confusion, conflicting information. In as much as we're here out sharing, there is so much information that it can be confusing and conflicting for someone or a new natural that's trying to get knowledge of how to look after their hair. So that's an area that I think we didn't do as well, unfortunately. And I live to see the day that this changes, but unfortunately, type 4 hair is still not accepted by us and by the public. It is better, don't get me wrong, there has been some change, but we're nowhere close to where we should be after such a forceful, impactful, influential movement like the natural hair movement. Comparing textures, goodness me. Particularly, once again, I'm a type 4 chick, so I can say this, but type 4 haired girls a lot of the times would compare, and I guess even curlier textures, the type 3 area would compare textures, and unfortunately that is not a great thing to adopt. We should be in a place of acceptance. And more recently, and very controversial, is the no oil, no butter trend that's been going. Look, my thing is, where were you when the natural hair movement was starting? You know, it's great that people are finding these new ways to look after their hair. However, I just find it, I feel some kind of way about it, because I feel like for I think 10-15 years people have been sharing information about hair, and we've seen results with oils and butters. So for people to come out here and say we've been wrong, this is the way, and not only are they saying that, there's a lot of shame and demeaning and belittling of people that think different or might disagree with them. That is very sad. No, that makes me really sad. Why can we not coexist? Why can we not just say, hey, this is another way to grow hair? It's another way to look after your hair. Not that this, what you learned is wrong. Protective styles don't actually protect, and blah, blah, blah. And, you know, I don't know. Anyway, I'm not going to get into that, because I know people are going to come for me in the comment section, which I don't care, because I know you guys like to but I'm not here for it. And last but not the least, and this one is the biggest one, guys. Mindset. The natural hair movement has not been successful it's changing our mindset about our natural hair. All these things that I've talked about actually revolve around acceptance and changing that mindset that actually my hair is beautiful. My hair is beautiful. My hair is manageable. My hair can grow. My hair is healthy. I love my hair. I look to see the day when younger girls, if I have a daughter, my daughter can look in the mirror and just be so in love with whatever is growing out of her hair, because she's in a place of acceptance, because the women that came before her empowered her to accept herself for who she is. Those are my views on people trying to leave the natural hair community and whether it's failed or not. I think I'm gonna do a separate video discussing why. I'm never gonna leave the natural hair community, let's be honest. To me, I'm not gonna give it away. I'm not gonna give it away. You have to watch that video to find out why I'm not gonna leave the natural hair community, ever. Alright guys, so that's all I had for you. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to subscribe guys, share this video. I will see you in the next one.